Hey guys, so I have to make a player movement, and I thought it might be a good idea to record it since I got some time to do it. This really isn't going to be anything new from the past videos, but I thought it'd probably be a good idea to have as many examples as I can when I'm able to record them. So today, check that out. That's really nice. Thanks, Foz. I have to promote Zane Gonzalez. He was listed on IR, so I put him on IR here and to free up the space to sign Joe Flacco. But now he's got released, so I can't keep him on IR anymore. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to. I've got my active roster is full, so I'm going to have to cut someone. And I decided, with the help of Google AI, to cut Muhammad Diabiti. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut Muhammad, and I'm going to move Zane up into my active roster. And so what I like to do is, now this part, like, you don't have to do, but I like to have like a master sheet, and I'll make a move on that sheet, and then I'll also make a move on the sheet, like this is what I call the master sheet. It's just Cap Prime 2026 without a date. And then I'll also do the move on a new sheet with the date, and that one I'll post on the website. And I like to do both of them so then I can compare them and see if, like, because I've done before, I made a mistake, and when I do it twice, then I can then I'll catch my mistake by comparing them. It's possible I could do a mistake 2 times, but it's less likely. So first, I want to make sure, like, I've got enough cap space. So I'm going to do it in my master sheet here. So this is Cap Prime, and I'll do it different ways. There's usually should be like at least 2 ways you can add or drop a player or whatnot. And I'll show you what I mean in a second here. Let me make this a little bigger. So first, I need to free up the space so I can move up Gonzalez. So Muhammad Diabiti here. See, I'm selecting the position through the points. Remember the cap hit and cap salary at the end. You want to leave those alone so they're unique for each section. So I'm going to Control C to copy that line. And now this is where this is one spot where color coding is really important. He's blank here. He doesn't have any of the yellow or anything. So that means he was not a free agent signee this offseason. So that means I'll go down to the cuts. He's not a ratio cut. He's non-free agent. If he was a free agent signee, he would go in here, but he's not a free agent. And this is pre-payday. Payday is like September. I think they said it was going to be 7th. It's early September. Today's only August 20th. So he's not going into post-payday cuts. He's going into the non-free agent payday cuts or pre-payday cuts. So this is the first open spot, number 11. Like, these don't have to be in position order or anything. They're not matching MFL. So I'll Control V and paste them in there. You can see he's got 0 bonus, $500,000 base salary. So I'm saving $500,000 by cutting him now before payday. Again, if it's after payday, I wouldn't be saving anything. So now I'll have a spot open up for Zane. And so I'm going to look at where he's going to end up on the active roster. So he's place kicker. His last name starts with G. So go to the place kickers here. And so here's group. So he'll go before group because O comes before R. So come between Folk and group. So there's the 2 ways I could do this is I could copy Nick Folk down and cover Diabiti, or I could copy group and down and cover Diabiti. So for this one, I'll do Folk, and for the next one, I'll do group. So I do it 2 different ways, and the formula should all be the same afterwards at the top. So that's like that's how I like to determine whether I do it right, by doing it like two or more, or I guess two different ways, and then verifying that they're the same. So for this one, I'm going to copy Folk, and I go all the way down to the player before Muhammad here, because Muhammad he's the one we're cutting. So we want this block to overwrite him. So now I do Control C again, and now I've got all these players from Folk to Bernard selected. And so then I push the down key. So I'm highlighting this block here in 22B. This is where the top corner will be pasted to. So now I do Control V to paste it. As you can see, now I've got Nick Folk on here twice, and Diabetes is gone from here. It is overwritten with Terrell Bernard. And so now this is where Gonzalez will go. So I go down here, and I select his row from position through points. Now this may be the first example I've showed of like doing a section of players like that. So I can't remember if I did in the other video, so maybe that'll be helpful. So I Control C to copy that row, position through points, and he'll cover the bottom Folk here, because it'll go Folk, then Gonzalez and group. I do Control V to place them in there. And now I'm just going to, this part that's selected, I'm going to just I'm just going to delete it. And I'm going to use this no fill to clear out those colors. I'll just leave this row here in case I have a player later on who will need to go on IR. Now I can't remember if the app will complain about this when I check it. I'll run it at the end and see for sure. And so I'll go up to top, and yeah, this move will give me, I'll have just over $6 million of cap space, so I can afford to do this move. I'm going to save this one, and I'll minimize that for now. So then on my fantasy league, I'll go to my main. That's at the top here from when you go to your team page. Go to main. Then I'll go to injured reserve, because I can cut Diabetes and promote Gonzalez all from this injured reserve tab. So first, see there's drop from roster and deactivate to IR. And now I think there will also be a selection for, yeah. So here for Zane Gonzalez, I'll activate him from IR. Maybe I should change the name of the title of this video to activate. And then I'll find Muhammad Diabetes. I'm going to drop him from the roster. Are you sure that this is what you want to do? Yes. So dropping Diabetes, activating Gonzalez, perform injured reserve. Click that. And it tells us activated him and the current roster, and drop Diabetes. And now what I like to do is I like to click on transactions here, and it'll show this most recent move. That's what I did. And now I'm going to create the cap sheet that will go on the website. So my latest one was from August 11th. So here I have that selected. I'm going to Control C to copy that. I'm going to click off it, Control V to paste it. So here's the copy. And I'm going to update the date. It's the 20th, so August 20th, and then I'll delete this copy part. And I usually only keep like my 2 latest ones, so I'm going to delete this old one from June. So now I will open this. That's the master sheet again. Like Excel will maximize another sheet if you have it open. So this is the new one for August 20th. And now we'll do close to the same thing. So again, first I have to drop Muhammad Diabetes to free up the space. So this part will be the same. Control C to copy that. Put them in the non-free agent prepaid cut section. And now I want to free up the kicker spot to move Gonzalez up. Remember last time I selected Nick Folk down through Bernard to do it. This time I'm going to do group through Bernard. And now this is, you could do it either way. You don't have to do it both ways. I like to, so I have one to compare it to, but you could do it either way. So Control C to select that whole group. Push it down once, so it's going to be pasting it one row lower. Control V. So now diabetes was overwritten, and now we have two Blake groups. And so this time I'll be copying Gonzalez over the top group. So go F, G, Folk, Gonzalez group. And then now, just like last time, I'll delete that. And I will clear that. I will save it. And now I want to do it. And actually, I wanted to do this earlier, but I forgot. I'm going to pull up the main one. You can do this with either one. I always compare after I make a move, I compare it to my roster on MFL to make sure I got it right. And this is why I like to have them in order, so it's easy to double check that I got the moves right. So Cincinnati, Cleveland, New England, New York Jets, Denver, San Francisco, Houston, Minnesota, LAC, NEP, Dial, Tampa, Philadelphia, Detroit, New Orleans, Jacksonville, New England, New Orleans, New York Jets. I'll scroll this one. So I got through the tight ends. So now got Atlanta. Okay, now here, Gonzalez is a free agent. So I have to update that. Let me see if I can find, I don't have a free agent one on this page. Here's one. So I'll copy that onto Gonzalez here. Save that. And while I'm at it, I'll do it on the other sheet too. So Gonzalez is now a free agent. Oops. Copy, Control paste. Let's see. All right. So where we leave off. Okay, so we got two Colts, Carolina, Black, Baltimore, Philadelphia, Green Bay, Buffalo, Miami, New York Jets. See, so this is like a pretty quick way to, in case you like cut the wrong player or something like that, just to make sure, just to verify it. Let's see. Buffalo, Miami. Seattle, Chicago, Buffalo, Denver, New Orleans, Arizona. My taxi squads should still be the same. Dallas, New York Jets, Carolina, Denver, Minnesota, Houston, Black, Washington, Buffalo, KC, Denver, and Tampa. Yep. So those match. Now I'm going to compare the two cap sheets that I was just working on. Let me make this a little smaller. Now, the most important thing is these numbers at the top. So these should all match. That's why I like to do it the two different ways. But the roster should end up the same. So if you make a mistake one way, but you do it the other way, then you can, and then they'll end up different. And you can double check to see which one you made the mistake on. So that all looks good. And then I'll just go through and check all these two. And this is another spot where the color coding is helpful too, because it'll catch your eye when you go through it. Like there'd be times where I'd be going through the players and then I notice like I was missing a color, and so then I check it and it's like, oh, I accidentally made a mistake there. Philly, but yeah, this part isn't required. But this is kind of like what I like to do when I'm looking over my partner's cap sheet. Is I'll take the most recent one that I have. Yep, all the teams match up. And then I will perform the same moves on the one I have, and then I'll compare that to the one that they uploaded on the website. All right, so those are all good. I'm going to now run them. At least they're good on that check. I'm going to run them through the app. So verify cap sheets. Go to the new ones. That's August 20th, cap prime, and then my regular master sheet, cap prime. Let that run. Okay, they both passed, no errors, so that's good. So now I can post the cap sheet on the message board. I'm going to let me make that small again. I'll go to that transactions page again just so I have that handy. So now here, so I'm at the message board. Go down to, here's general discussions, free agent forum. I should have expressed, like, gone through each of these sections before when I did this. Okay, then cap sheets to be validated and verified, and then 2026. So I click on 2026, and I find prime 2026 cap sheet. So that's my thread. I'll go all the way to the bottom. So I've got so I'm going to click new reply here. And I'm going to choose files. So I got to go to that folder, cap prime, August 20th. Hit open, add attachment. And again, this will look a little different if you're not on, if the message board's working for you and it's not just text. It takes a little bit to add, takes a little time. There it is, it's added. And so now I'll just put like put what I did here quick. Dropped diabetes, and I activated Gonzalez from IR. And this part is, and I'll post that reply. This part isn't necessary either. Like unless a cap sheet is due, you don't have to do this every time you make a player movement. I like to, and just to, in case my cap partner has a chance to look at it and verify. But that's all there is to it. So again, as usual, if any questions or anything, just let me know. And thanks for watching.